And they said, well, what have you been doing? He said, you must have been watching movies. I said, no, I don't watch movies on my phone. But at one point, I started trying to do videos, and that's when I found out that your phone eats up a lot of your memory. So, of course, I bought a big memory card for my phone, but still, I didn't want to deal with all that nonsense. So I said, let me get a camera. Not saying that if I have a camera, I won't have that problem, but at the very least, it won't be interfering with me using my phone. And that was my point. So actually, I'm going up a different way because we came up Flamingo, and what I'm going to do now is I'm telling you, got to really have your eye on these people because they're not paying attention. And like I said, that's another reason why you don't want to be out around here, because you do have a lot of tourists, especially on the weekend. And they're not used to this driving. You know, maybe they came from a town where, you know, they didn't have a lot of traffic, or at the very least, they certainly didn't have this kind of traffic. So it was there. And like I said before, it's why a lot of people stay in their hotels, because they think about driving. They rented a car. All this is UMLV. They think about the drive, then they think about, oh, the traffic's going to be bad. And then next thing you know, why don't we just eat in? And then tomorrow we'll go, you know, we got tickets for this, that, or the other, and we'll just go and do that. Oh, yeah. So, I guess one would say I'm used to it. Yep, I'm used to it. So I'm going to try to stop talking unless there's something that I want to specifically point out. Oh man, I see my phone it's not stable. It's got a shake. Yeah, all this is UNLV. All of it, all of it, all of it, all of it. So as you can see, traffic's not congested. There's not a lot going on. Not really. I mean, you can't tell getting out of here though, especially during the week. If you like stop along the way here at a bank or wherever, you will catch it trying to get out of here because cars are bumper to bumper. And all you know is you want to get out of it. So, this is Tropicana. And again, all this is still the university. Yeah, they just built this housing over here on the left. And again, that's for students. Or I can't imagine who else would want to live over here across from the university. The students. So yeah. So I guess I would say this has the biggest congestion during the week. streets here all take you to the airport on the left. They'll all take you to the airport. Yep. And it is hot. I was literally, when I went in there, now I took off another shirt I had on under this. But when I got in that Goodwill, oh my God, it was hot. It was very hot. So yeah, you got Planet Hollywood, Cosmopolitan. Now we came up in the front of those when we came through here the first time. Now we're going back and we're gonna go around. Yeah, I guess if you're gonna do something like this, this would be the perfect time of day to do it. During the day, and especially now with everything going on. Now keep in mind, if it were not for COVID, this would be insane. But of course, like in most states, and Las Vegas is no exception, of course it has all but killed the tourist industry. So you have only a very small amount of people that will come here now. Small amount. So I guess if you want to do any tours, this will be the perfect time to do it because it's not congested. You'd be able to enjoy yourself if you came. There's not a lot of people and it would be pleasant. So actually, this would be the perfect time to come. So anybody, as they say, and who, what is it they say? In the sound of my voice or something, this is the perfect time to come to Las Vegas. It's very slow paced, not a lot of traffic. You'd be able to move through the traffic with relative ease. And there's nothing like being here in the thick of it and it's hot. And this is not hot. This is like perfect weather if you want to be here. You know, some people make the mistake and come here in the summertime. And you don't want to come to the desert in the summertime. You don't. You really don't. Not unless you're a glutton for punishment. You don't want to do that. So basically, I'm just sitting at a light right now on Tropicana, getting ready to make a left turn on Cabo, depending on how you pronounce it. K-O-V as in Victor, A-L. And over here on the right side is Motel 6. It got a major renovation here last year. On the left again is the airport. So the two biggest things around here, well, no, everything around here is big. I was going to say the airport and the university, but the casinos are big too. They're massive. So yeah. The police got somebody over there. I'm just glad it's not me. You see, there's no traffic. Oh, I'm not kidding. This would be a perfect time to come here. There's nothing going on. Yeah. And again, as I mentioned before, this is Tropicana on your right. And I'm going to turn up here on Las Vegas Boulevard. See how simple that is? Oh, goodness. Bumpy ride. Oh, I didn't go by the new stadium. Maybe I'll turn up here on Russell. You get a glimpse of it at least. I'm sure you can see all that's going on, having kept a lot of people at home, because there's a little something going on around here. Yep, little something. But unlike most states, Las Vegas is unique in the fact that the majority of their employment or jobs are in service industry, and that's been the hardest hit. So much so that the unemployment office has not been able to get a grip on it yet. It's been almost a year now, and it's, in my mind, it's just as messed up as it was when all this got started, because they're still apologizing for not paying people their money. Still haven't been paid. So hopefully, and I'm optimistic, hopefully things will work out soon and everybody will be on the right track, and people will start coming back here. But I do know that it's going to be a while, especially when you talk about gathering large crowds. It's certainly not a good time for any of that, which is why I said this was the perfect time. As long as everything's slow, you don't have massive amounts of people in small places. Yep, you've got Excalibur over here on the right, and to the left is Luxor. Now, I can remember being asked out on a date by an older gentleman, and he told me he had purchased tickets to the, what is it called? What's that thing called when they, I knew it when I first started talking about, but my brain is what it is. But they do the whole riding on the horses, and what is that called? I can't think. Knights of the something. Anyway, we go in there. It has that whole look of, what is it, 16th, 17th century, and everything's very provincial, which means you don't get utensils. You get these tin pans to eat in. I guess it's supposed to emulate that time, and they bring your food out, very simple meal, and then you watch the show, which is why you're there anyway. But yeah, it was a nice date. Yeah, nice date. I don't think I've had a bad date. I don't think so. I'll put it this way. In reference to, now, the night dates were always good, because they would always have tickets to something. But the daytime stuff where I'm just meeting somebody for lunch or something, those were I wasn't impressed. Not at all. A situation where I would meet somebody somewhere and we would have lunch, because I would do that a lot of times with people that I didn't want to spend a lot of time with. You meet them for coffee or lunch or something like that. Now, this is Russell Road. Bristol is kind of a long road. Goes over the interstate. You got Mandalay Bay over here on the right. And you've got the 215 overpass. No, that's not 215. That's the 15, I think. Yeah, 15 interstate coming up here. I'm hoping you can see. Yeah, there it is. Oh, goodness, I don't want to mess with this. You have the stadium over here. Can't see it. I would actually have to get on the interstate. And I'm not going to do that. Can't see it. Shoot. I wanted you to see it. That was why. Oh, there it is. Thank goodness I was able to move that. That's the newest stadium that's been built. There haven't been any... They haven't done anything there yet because, as you remember, everything got done in the midst of all the madness. So there hasn't been any. I think Garth Brooks was supposed to be the first person that was going to perform in there. They're going to do everything in there. You know, all the sporting events, everything, all the concerts. We have what is called T-Mobile Arena, which is massive. And it's, I've been there. I went there to see, what did I go? Who did I go see? Rolling Stones, when they were here last. I figured I better go see them before they die. Because, you know, they're pretty old now. So I figured, well, I better go now. Over the years, I have, long before I moved here, I've always had a love for music. So I have went to quite a few concerts in my time. Quite a few. I think I've seen everybody I wanted to see. Once or twice, or some people 3 times. Just depends. So yeah, that's the stadium. Allegiant, I think that's how they pronounce it. I don't know. Now, as you can see, it's in a small area, which was my issue. I don't know why they would put something like that in such a small space.